connected in a single enclosure. This is how your integrated NAS connectivity is done. Okay, and your gateway NAS that makes the storage function that becomes as an storage that becomes as an network gateway using fiber channel SAN network. Okay, fiber channel SAN network. How this is connected as like IP. Your client systems are connected to the IP. Connected to the IP, and this IP connects with the application server, and that is connected to the NAS gateway. Okay, these both are application server. And these everything is connected to the FC SAN, and that is connected to the storage array. Okay, this is how your gateway is connected, NAS gateway is connected, so that your client systems are connected to the internet protocol, and your internet protocol makes your connections between application server and the gateway, and the gateway connects with the fiber channels storage area network, and that storage area network connects with the storage array. This makes a multiple function that records the output that moves from the local storage to the wide storage. And how your file sharing is done. The next topic is network file sharing protocol. Network file sharing protocol. How your network file sharing protocol is done. Network file sharing protocol is done using NFS CIFS. NFS CIFS. See this NFS and CIFS. Make like this NFS CIFS. Okay, this NFS and CIFS, this is a client server model, client server protocol, and this is also client server protocol. Okay, and this is based on Unix, and this is based on Windows, and this makes a connectionless functions using UDP protocol, user datagram protocol. UDP protocol is used here, and this uses the TCP IP protocol. Okay, and this makes a machine independent model to represent user data using remote procedure call. Remote procedure call, RPC, and this CIFS that uses the variation using server message block. Server message block. Okay, this has file sharing operations, searching files, directories, reading the file, writing to file, closing the file. Everything both has the similar functions, and everything functions in a record locking that makes a record locking that prevents the overwriting of the messages also. Okay, and the NOS operations are like that request the packages from the internet input output request through the TCP/IP functions, and that makes the network stack, and that network stack devices the request from the network, and the network devices are appropriate physical storage and block level data. When your data is returned from the physical storage, your NAS device processes the repackages data. Okay, this makes the response of IP internet TCP/IP again in the net. See, the next is NAS IO operations. Okay, the requested packages and IO request. IO request. See, application, operating system, IO redirect, NFS, CIFS, TCP IP, stack, network, interface. This is a client, and storage, interface, network, protocol, NAS operating system, NFS, CIFS, TCP IP, stack, network, interface. These are IP, network, and this is NAS device, and that are connected to the storage array. This is block IO storage device. See, what are the applications? I mean, how this IO operations are performed is like the client system that has applications, operating system, input output redirect functions, NFS and CIFS, NFS for Unix and CIFS for Windows, TCP IP stack and network interface. These everything is connected through the network, and that are connected to perform IO operations to the IP network, and the IP network is connected, and that connects the NAS device. And what does the NAS device that has? See, before the NAS device, everywhere the NAS head, NAS gateway, NAS devices, wherever it is connected, what are the functions that NAS function has? I mean, that are connected. It's like storage interface, network protocol, NAS operating system, NFS, CIFS, TCP/IP stack, network interface. Every functions are used in the NAS device, and that makes the block input output storage functions to the storage array. Okay, this creates a storage array volumes, creates the NAS volumes, creates the NAS file system, mounts the file system and access the file system. What are the functions? That's like what creating storage array volumes. The second one, creates NAS volumes. Third, creates NAS file system. Fourth one, mounts file system. The fifth is access the file system. Access the file system. Okay, this is how your NAS IO operations are performed. And the last and final topic of NAS protocol is like the factors that are affecting the performance and the availability. Factors that are affecting the performance and the availability is like okay, the first factor is like number of hops. This hops that can increase the latency of IP processing. In each individual hop, adding and delaying is caused in the router. Okay, authentication with the directory access. Authentication with a directory service such as LDAP, Active Directory, or NIS. Okay, the third one is retransmission. The fourth one is overutilized routers and switches. File directory lookup and metadata request. Overutilized NAS devices. Overutilized clients. See, the factors are like this number of hops. There are number of hops and that is required in the each hop for adding and delaying the causes of router functions. Okay, the authentication has to be made in the directory service, then such as LDAP authentication has to be made, active directory authentication and NIST authentication should be made. Okay, only then your data can be processed. Retransmission of data is not done, but the buffer makes the overflow and the flow control mechanisms can result in retransmission. Okay, and the routers and switches are overutilized. Only in a single channel your functions has to be processed. If it is not like that, your process has to be maintained in a proper way. If that does not perform a function, your transmission makes the overutilization. The file directory makes a lockup and metadata request. When your files are locked up and metadata has to be stored in a multiple way, your system's performance becomes low. And this also overutilization has is also done using NAS devices as well as the clients. This is all about your network file sharing protocol. See, what are the topics which we have covered is what is network attached storage. Network attached storage is an IP based file sharing system, and that uses TCP IP data transfer protocol, and NFS is used in Unix and CIFS used in Windows, and this has general purpose server, and the general purpose servers are connected to the single NAS function device, that function device that makes the file sharing operations in a single in overhead functions. The benefits is like this makes the comprehensive access to information, one-to-one configuration and many-to-one configurations are done. This improves the efficiency, improves the flexibility. The centralized storage system is used, simplifies management is used so that your data can be consolidated, and scalability, high availability and security. These are the benefits of NAS file system. When NAS file input output operation that has I mean, what are the things that has is like accessing the file system. When you wanted to access the file system, your files has to be first initially your files has to be mounted. The mounting process is done on the initial operating system while booting itself. Your links between the file system and the operating system is done, and that mounts the file data to the access. And this is the root. I mean, this is how the hierarchy of Unix directory structure. From the root, your bins are formulated and your functions are described. And the file sharing system is like that stores and access the data over the network. And this uses file transfer protocol, distributed file system, traditional client server system model. Okay, file transfer system that enables the data transfer over the network and communicates using FTP server and the client. The distributed file system that can provide host to directly access the data, and the traditional client system that uses the dedicated file system that uses NFS and CIFS. This gives the permission for the by the user as what your files has to be done. Either your files has to be read operation or write operation or read write operation. Those every permissions are given in the client server model. And components of NAS are like NAS has NAS head, one or more network interface, and optimized operating system, NFS and CIFS protocols, and industry standard storage protocols. And the components is like connected with the IP network is like IP network is connected with Unix and Windows system through the NAS head that is connected to the storage array. NAS head has a network interface, NFS, CIFS, NAS device and storage interface. And how this NAS is implemented, and this NAS implemented using two ways. One is integrated and second one is gateway. Integrated is like IP network that connects every individual clients and the servers to the single network, and that is integrated, I mean that directly connected to the integrated NAS system. When we move to the gateway function, the client systems are connected to the IP network, and IP network is connected to the gateway along with the server function, and everything is connected to the fiber channel SAN, and SAN is connected to the storage array. And the next topic is file sharing system protocol, and this network file sharing system protocol has NFS and CIFS. NFS has this is also a client server protocol, and this is also a client server protocol. This uses Unix and this uses Windows, and the data is transferred using user datagram protocol, and here the TCP IP is used, and this makes a remote procedure call, and this makes a server message block, and IO operations and factors that affects. This is all about your network file sharing, network attached storage. Thank you.